RTÉ Investigates has learned that the Residence Portlaoise nursing home in County Laois breached a restriction on admissions from April, which had been imposed by the Health Information and Quality Authority earlier this year. The nursing home is one of two featured in an RTÉ Investigates programme broadcast last night that documented multiple care failings and neglect of vulnerable older residents. HIQA said it is carrying out a review of all nursing homes operated by Emeis Ireland.
20 years after the shocking conditions and work practices in the Lees Cross nursing home in Swords in Dublin hit our screens, sparking a national debate about how we care for the elderly, these were the scenes televised in last night's RTÉ Investigates documentary.
Keep walking.
Vulnerable residents left unsupervised, their requests ignored, their needs unmet at two nursing homes run by the Emeis Ireland group, the Residence Portlaoise and Benevan Manor in Glasnevin in North Dublin.
We're 20 years after Lees Cross. We have gone backwards, I think. So I knew there were abuses going on, but I didn't expect in 2025, given the last number of years that Safeguarding Ireland has been calling for adult safeguarding legislation.
The Health Information and Quality Authority, or HIQA, has said through its inspections of both homes it had identified a number of serious concerns in recent years. And following an inspection of the Residence Portlaoise in February of this year, it had moved to stop admissions to that home, a measure which came into effect on the 22nd of April. But today brought fresh revelations from the RTÉ Investigates team that the home is in breach of that restriction, with new admissions after that date. HIQA described the practices shown in last night's programme as wholly unacceptable and shocking, and said that HIQA's chief inspector is taking escalated regulatory action in the nursing homes identified. It also confirmed that at the request of the Minister of State with responsibility for older people, Kieran O'Donnell, it had commenced a review of all nursing homes operated by the Emeis Ireland group.
I would say that we really do need answers from the chief investigator to see exactly what has went on here. In HIQA? Absolutely, to see what has went on here and to establish the clear facts of where the investigation is at. I know a report is currently being worked upon by HIQA, but we do really need to see urgency here.
However, HIQA has said that while its processes in relation to Emeis nursing homes are ongoing, it cannot comment further. Laura Fletcher, RTÉ News.
Well, we're joined in studio by Aoife Hegarty, Deputy Editor with RTÉ Investigates, who made last night's programme. Thanks for joining us, Aoife, and quite a development this afternoon again.
Yeah, it was only just this morning, David, that HIQA confirmed that post its inspection of the Residence Portlaoise earlier this year in February, that it had initiated those proceedings to stop admissions to the facility. Now, that measure came into effect on the 22nd of April, but we are aware that the residence was in breach of that restriction after that date. We know that there was a flurry of admissions to the home in late April, including post-April 22nd, and that happened while our carer was working there in an undercover capacity. We've put that to Emeis today for their response, but we have yet to hear from the company, while it remains unclear as to what potential repercussions there will be for a breach of that sanction.
And there are wider questions, aren't they, for HIQA?
Yeah, well, interestingly, both of these homes have been inspected recently, again by HIQA. Those reports are currently being finalised, and it's going to be very interesting what they reveal and will they mirror any of the findings in last night's programme. But when it comes to Benevan Manor, the families of loved ones there say that HIQA has serious answers to questions to answer in relation to that home. They say that the previous inspection reports essentially gave that facility a clean bill of health, and that came as a reassurance to those families, and they're now questioning how did a regulatory system fail them and their precious relatives so badly. And while they say that this review of all Emeis homes by HIQA is welcome, it cannot come at the expense of giving them information that they feel they now very much deserve.
OK, Aoife Hegarty of RTÉ Investigates. That programme, of course, available on the RTÉ player. Thanks indeed for joining us.